Hi friends, and welcome back to LCC Kids Online. My name's Wendy and I'm so glad you've chosen to join us. We're continuing in our study this week on the fruit of the Spirit. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And today, we're talking all about peace and what it means to have peace or to live in peace. Well, maybe we could think of the opposite. What is a time that you can think of that was not peaceful? I can think of a few road trips that we've gone on where someone in the back seat of the van maybe got a little too close to somebody else's seat in the van, or they looked at somebody the wrong way, or they did something that they shouldn't have, and suddenly this tiny space, this small vehicle that we're in becomes very, we'll say, not so peaceful, right? Sometimes as siblings, we argue or we fight, and sometimes it's over the silliest things. Can you relate to that? Do you have a brother or a sister that sometimes you maybe are not peaceful with? There was a time in the Bible where things were not so peaceful, and God used a woman named Abigail to bring about peace and calm and to kind of end the disruption or the arguing, the disagreements. And that's what God has called us to do too, to live at peace with one another. And there's a fruit that we can eat that sometimes can remind us of peace. Check this out.
An orange teach us about peace? Well, first of all, an orange is round, just like the world we live in. We have a world that is constantly in turmoil, a world that needs peace. And when we see an orange, we can remember to pray for peace in the world. And when we eat an orange, how do we eat it? That's right, in pieces. It's a good reminder that we all need peace. We need God to calm our spirit when things get crazy. We need peace to deal with hard times, showing grace under pressure, and trusting God to make things work out for good. Finally, and maybe more importantly, we can share pieces of an orange with others. If we are growing in Christ, we will be peacemakers. We can share peace with other people. Peace is a fruit of the Spirit. It's a gift that we need. It's a gift that our whole world needs. We can pray for peace to begin in our hearts and let God use us to help spread peace throughout the world.
The fruit of the Spirit's not a coconut. Fruit of the Spirit's not a coconut. If you want to be a coconut, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a banana. The fruit of the Spirit's not a banana. You wanna be a banana? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon. The fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon. You wanna be a watermelon? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a lemon. The fruit of the Spirit's not a lemon. You wanna be a lemon? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a cherry. The fruit of the Spirit's not a cherry. If you wanna be a cherry, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Okay! Everybody knows that grapes come in bunches, so everybody get in big bunches. The fruit of the Spirit's not a grape. The fruit of the Spirit's not a grape. You wanna be a grape? You might as well hear it. You can't beat a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. The fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control.
In the Bible, there was a rich man named Nabal who was known for being rude. Nabal had a large flock of sheep and goats, and a wife named Abigail. Unlike Nabal, Abigail was known for being sweet.
Hi.
Not far from where Nabal and Abigail lived, King David and his men were camping. David needed some supplies, so he gathered some of his men to send to Nabal's house. He told them to greet Nabal with kind words, and Nabal should return their kindness. So the men went to Nabal, greeted him with nice words, and asked him for some supplies. But Nabal was nasty. Go away! He shouted insults at them and told them to leave. The men returned to David and told him the things that Nabal had said. David was furious. He told his men to grab their swords so they could get even with Nabal. Meanwhile, back at Nabal's farm, Abigail heard how poorly Nabal treated David's men.
Oh no.
She knew her husband's bad attitude could mean trouble for them. So she gathered food and supplies and loaded them up on donkeys. David and his men stormed through the desert, ready to get revenge on Nabal. Suddenly, they saw someone approaching. It was Abigail. Abigail bowed down to King David and begged him not to hurt Nabal. She asked David to stop and think before he acted out of his anger. David took a deep breath and thanked God for sending Abigail to calm him down. David accepted Abigail's gift of supplies and went home, instead of doing something he might regret later on.
Hooray!
Because Abigail asked him to think about forgiveness, David chose peace instead of anger.